Dear friends, I'm back with another machine on the Vulnhub, which is Hackable 3, which link will be added into the description section below so that you can download it. From my point of view, to do this machine, the key is enumeration. And I will showcase how to enumerate information by using different utilities. However, before we move forward, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch into the Kali Linux VM. As you can see, I used the net discover to identify the IP address of the target as 254. Then what we need to do is to do the map scanning to save time. I've already done that earlier. As you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan. I also use the option of -p- to do the comprehensive scan. Then output the result into this file. From the map scanning, we can tell that at this moment or at this point, the target has just only one open port, which is 80, running HTTP service and also version information. The 22, the state is filtered. At this moment, a map cannot make sure the exact status of this port number. So what we are going to do next? We need to do the enumeration with web application or HTTP service, both manually and automatically. Let's launch our browser first to the enumeration manually, and we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. As you can see, we got a very beautiful picture back from the server, from the target open. All right. Usually we need to check the source code of this page. Maybe I need to note down the existing notebook and launch fresh one. As you can see, as you walk through the code, of course, this is the HTML code. There is one comment, please. This guy, don't forget to activate the port knocking when exiting your section, and tell the boss not to forget to approve the GPG file. So from the comment, we can know something. The first one, this possibly is username. We can copy and note it down onto our notebook. Another thing we can get from this comment is that maybe the port knocking is involved. So in other words, we need to make port knocking to open up a specific port number like SSH. During the stage of the map scanning, we have already know that SSH service is closed or filtered. So we can copy this information onto our notebook. We need to keep in our minds as we move forward. And next, tell the boss not to forget approve the GPG file. So I think the GPG file is key. However, at this moment, we don't have the file name. And another thing is, I think this is also another possible username. Note it down to our notebook. So I think we have already done the first step of the manual enumeration. Next, we can check whether this site has robot file. sorry, we need to refresh. As you can see, it does have, and the directory is config. So we can access this file, or this directory, rather, and there is one file under this config directory. We can open up, and this looks like that this is encoded in base 64. We can copy, and we can use echo and tunnel to base 64 with option of D, which stands for decode. We got the number 10,000. So maybe this is the port number, right? We can note it down onto our notebook. Next, we need to do the furthermore enumeration. Next, I think we need to turn over the automatic way to enumerate information. The first tool I'd like to use is decode. Decode can reveal information about the target web application. For example, like version information, header information, also can enumerate out the common files or directories. For example, this one, robots config, we have already checked it earlier. And another file, config.php. Just I said at the very beginning, enumeration is very, very important. Config. So what's that? We can copy. Nothing. However, if you check the source code, you can get something. I think this is the database credentials. If assuming you are running MySQL, and the username is root, password, Hackable, database name. However, from the map, we can tell that the MySQL service is not accessible by public. So I think so far, this information is not very useful. And we can move forward, back up. We can access this directory, back up. Press enter. We got the word list. And we can copy the URL and get it down or download it to the local machine. And we can check how many words in this dictionary. Not big. There are 300 words in total. So next is CSS. We cannot miss any information. Otherwise, you will neglect important information. As you can see, there are two files. The first one is 2.txt. And from the pattern of the string, this is encoded again. And I think it looks like this is encoded in Brainfuck. So we can copy this string and then use the website, which will also be added into the description section below. So we can copy and execute or decode. We got the number or result. So maybe this confirms our earlier guess. The 10,000 is the first port number, and the second one is 444. And now we need to move forward. The login.php, we can access this file. Nothing or empty with this page. However, if you check the source code again, include this file, and the user or client submit user and passwords, and we'll make query, SQL query. If successful, and then we'll assign session by the server, and location will be redirected to 3.jpg file. So maybe now we can access this file to see whether we can retrieve this picture. We can copy. Okay, we have already retrieved this picture, and we can save this picture to local machine. And then, I think this picture must mean something. So we need to see whether there is any hidden message inside such picture. The utility I'd like to use is stack hide with option of extract SF. No passphrase, as you can see, has been successfully extracted to this file. Then we can cut out this text file. We got the third port number. Copy. Before we try to make port knocking, I'd like to do the directory enumeration first. So we can use GoBuster with option of dir, HTTP, and URL of the target, and autocomplete this command. Some of these files have been discovered by Negato earlier. We got another one, images. We can copy to see what it's about. We got some pictures. Of course, you can download all such pictures. However, I will not do that because most of them are PNG. PNG, from my experience, the hidden message will not be hidden in the picture with PNG format. And now if we go back to the terminal, the GoBuster discovers another directory login page. So we can access this directory. And some CSS directory fonts, images. I think nothing is important. Now if we go back, here got the login. And here we got another user login panel. Of course, you can try to use like admin and admin to log in. Nothing happened, right? So what can we do next? I will not wait for the GoBuster to finish, because now, just I mentioned earlier, we have already got all three port number. So what we need to do is to do the port knocking. And the utility I'd like to use is knock, and followed by the target IP address and the port number. And another or final one is this one. It's done. Then if we do the map scanning again, you will see now the 22 port number is open, as you can see. Now, earlier at the beginning, we have already downloaded the word list. And also we have already got two usernames, right? This one and also this one. So first, I'd like to try to crack the password with Hydra. If not working, and then I try to crack the password for this user. So we can copy this username And then we can use the Hydra with L, the lowercase L, to specify the username, and followed by the uppercase P to specify the password dictionary, and the surface. Anytime when you try to crack the password for the network surface, the first option, as always, would be Hydra. Since the word list is not a big one, so I think it will not take a long time to finish this cracking. If you have already subscribed to my channel, you can know that I have already done the machine for this series of Hackable. And that machine is Hackable 2nd. And in this video, I'd like to do the machine in this series together with you. Yeah, as you can see, the Hydra has successfully retrieved the combination of a username and password. So now we can make a collection to the target with SSH surface. We can copy this username and followed by the IP address of the target, and then password. Of course, we can copy this password and paste in here. As you can see, we are successfully logged in as user. A very, very complicated username. And then we can do the local immersion to, of course, we can retrieve the user flag without a problem. Next, we need to do the local immersion, make a lateral movement. And the first one is Hackable, permission denied. Next, we can navigate across frequent supports. First, OPT, nothing there. And then go to the var directory, backup, nothing there, and www, HTML. Here we got the backup config PHP. Of course, we need to get out to see what it's about. As you can see, we got the database collection credentials. And the username is this one. And also the password. So maybe this credential are reused by the user, right? So we can try to switch our shell to the Hackable 3, and we can copy this password. And then we can check whether this user can run sudo. Yeah, this user cannot run sudo on this machine. Also, we can check ID. Yeah, ID. As you can see, I think you can notice this membership. This user Hackable 3 belongs to the group of LXD. So I think we can utilize this membership to elevate our privilege. I have already demonstrated this technique so many times. I think at least 10 times. So now, I think then the next question will come up in your mind. How to do it? We can get the help from the website. Yeah, this website, which will be added into the description section below so that you can use it as useful resource. So how to do? First of all, we need to download or clone this file from the GitHub, and then we just follow the steps. For example, the first command and then second command. Okay, let me show you. To save time, I've already cloned this from GitHub and copy this compressed file from this directory to the current working directory. Next, we need to upload this file to the target. This file is actually image. You know, LXD is some sort of container management software or system, right? Like a Docker. So how to upload? We can set up the web server locally on Kali Linux. Next, we can navigate to temp directory. Then we can use wget utility to upload, and we can copy this file name. Very long. Of course, you can rename this file. I will not do that. I just copy the file name to save time. And then we can, so how to do? First, the command, we need to import this image to the container management system, or LXD. So how to do? LXC image import alpine, and then we can use alias my image. Yeah, no error. And we can confirm our operation by running LXC image list. As you can see, this image has been imported. Next, we can run the second command. We can init or initialize this container. However, no storage pool found. I think you also will encounter similar problem. So how to solve it? We just initialize the storage tool by running LXD init, and any option we just leave to default or press enter. And then we initialize the image again. This time, no error, creating ignite container. Next, we can configure our container. We do not need to change anything. To simplify the operations, I used the same container name. And then we can start our container. And then we can get interactive shell. As you can see, we have already become the root user. And then we can navigate to the root directory. And then we can go to the root directory of the host. And then we can cut out the root flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.